Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we living. Week 4 of the NFL season kicks off tonight. Green Bay Packers, Detroit Lions, Thursday night football. So, as I've been doing each week, I'm making my picks according to the spread. All these spreads are via DraftKings Sportsbook, and I got them a little bit before 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's get into it, and let's start with, I'm off to a very good start this season. Knock on wood that I can keep it up. 10-6 in week 1, 8-6-2 in week 2, 10-5-1 last week. My tie, I took the Rams +3 against the Bengals. Rams lost by 3. 28-17-3 record on the season. I will say this is a very difficult week. I mean, it's never easy picking games by the spread, but man, I really had a tough time with some of these games, deciding who I wanted to take. Feel like I went back and forth with a couple of them, but let's get into it. Let's hope I get my 4th straight winning week. So let's start with the Detroit Lions Packers game. Man, the spread was 1.5 this morning, went up to 2.5. Still sticking with the Lions. Now the Packers are getting some offensive weapons back. Aaron Jones, Christian Watson will make his season debut, but they will be without 2 of their offensive linemen, David Bakhtiari and Elgton Jenkins. So Aiden Hutchinson should be licking his chops going against some backup offensive linemen. I know Jared Goff does play better at home than on the road. I just think the Lions are the better team. Our first London game of the season, Jaguars versus Falcons. I'm expecting the Jaguars to rebound. The Falcons' defense, pretty good, but their offense, I just don't trust Desmond Ridder. They spent all these high draft picks on offensive weapons. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, now Bijan Robinson. They utilize Robinson, Pitts, and London not so much. I think the Jaguars take that game. Then with the 1 o'clock game, starting with the Eagles, it was 8 this morning, went up a point. This is one I really went back and forth on. Definitely expect the Eagles to win, and as you see, I am taking them in the spread. 9-point favorites. I think they win by at least 10. This was the game I could not decide. I really had a tough time. Bills home favorite by 2.5. I don't know what to predict with this game, guys. Bills have looked much better these past 2 weeks. Of course, the Dolphins are coming off their 70 piece. I decided to go with the underdog because I'm not sure. So Dolphins underdog by 2.5. Maybe the Bills still win by a point or 2, but I'm going Miami by the spread. Vikings and Panthers, 2-0-3 teams. Looks like Bryce Young may get the start, and to be honest, I'm not sure that's better for the Panthers than if Andy Dalton were to start. Vikings have lost 3 close games. That changes in week 4 as they get their first win of the season by at least 5 points. Bengals minus 2.5 at the Titans. Man, the Titans just did not show up last week against Cleveland. Cleveland, of course, does have a great defense, but that game was a blowout. Meanwhile, the Bengals finally got their first win. I think they continue the momentum, get back to 500. Ravens +3 at the Browns. Ravens coming off their first loss, but should be getting some of their offensive starters back. They were missing, I believe, 7 offensive starters against the Colts last week. Browns, as I mentioned, stellar defense. Deshaun Watson having his best game of the season in week 3. I expect it to be a close game, but I'll take Baltimore with the spread. Another game I had such a tough time deciding. In the end, I'm going with the Houston Texans +2.5 versus Steelers game in Houston. CJ Stroud, I've mentioned in a previous video how he's been the best rookie quarterback this season. Kenny Pickett, yes, he had a fairly good week 3, but I just don't trust the Steelers offense at all. Very close game. Steelers might win, but I will take the Texans with the spread. Let's look at the other 8 games of week 4. Another game I really had a tough time but we don't know for sure if Derek Carr is going to play or not. If I had to guess, I would say no. Saints had a 17-0 lead against the Packers when he left the game. Jameis Winston came in. Didn't perform bad, but they didn't score any points. Packers score 18 in a row. Buccaneers keep it close. Saints maybe win, but I'll take the Buccaneers plus 3.5. Basically a pick 'em here. Rams favorite by a point in Indianapolis. I'll go with the Rams. I think Anthony Richardson is going to play. I believe he returned to practice. Much like Carolina, I'm not sure. Even though Anthony Richardson has performed well, I'm not sure Indianapolis is a better team right now with him in instead of Gardner Minshew. But I think the Rams win in a close game. Man, another 0-3 versus 0-3 matchup. And how do you take the Broncos after they give up 70 points? Well, when they're playing the Bears. Amazingly, the Broncos are favorite on the road. That is just how poor the Bears have looked this season. Again, flip a coin. Who's been the worst quarterback this season? Justin Fields or Zach Wilson? So probably the only team I would take the Broncos is against the Bears. So Broncos win that. Another game I had a tough time taking, but looks like Jimmy G will be in concussion protocol, not play. I'm hoping the Raiders start Aiden O'Connell. I'd love to see him, but I'm thinking they might go with Brian Hoyer, and I can't count on Brian Hoyer. Chargers win by at least a touchdown. I took the 49ers in Survivor, did that video 2 days ago, and I was thinking long and hard about taking the 49ers, but the Cardinals, again, shocking win against Dallas last week. I'm not expecting them to do it again, especially this time on the road. But that 14-point spread is huge. Maybe that this game ends up a tie. I mean, I have 3 ties this year. But I'll go with the Cardinals. If the spread was 14.5, if the spread was 13.5, I would probably have taken the 49ers. Cowboys, I think they rebound. They should be embarrassed after week 3. Patriots just can't count on their offense at all. Barely beat the Jets with Zach Wilson at the helm. I think the Cowboys rebound at home, win by at least a touchdown. Chiefs at Jets. I mean, I got to take the Chiefs to win by double digits in that game. And our Monday night game, I am a Giants fan. Giants are 0-3 against the spread this year. I've actually went against them twice, won both of them. Took them against Arizona. They won but did not cover. So again, I hope I'm wrong in another game that is basically a pick 'em. But right now, I just think the Seahawks are definitely the better team. Saquon not officially out, but a high ankle sprain. I don't think that's just a 1-week injury. I'm guessing he will be out, but only time will tell. Maybe that extra day of rest can get him in, but I just don't have faith in my Giants right now. But there you have it. Those are my week 4 picks. I feel like this week I feel the least confident with my picks this season. But again, 3 for 3 winning weeks. Let's see if I could pull out another one and continue the winning ways. But let me know in the comments what you agree with, what you disagree with, maybe some of your best bets for the week. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.